Welcome to WEFM's 3 p.m. news. I am your presenter, Jessica Klein. First on the local scene. A group of Form 5 integrated students of the St. Vincent Girls High School on January 19, 2024 donated hundreds of clothing items to the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Red Cross Society. According to an official release, the students began their clothing drive initiative in December 2023, and the donation marks the culmination of their efforts. The donation was received by the president of the SVG Red Cross, Alston Anderson, and the welfare officer, Mrs. Glenda Conliffe, on behalf of the organization. These items will be distributed to 8 different communities throughout St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Anderson praised the students' initiative, stating that charity begins at home, and we welcome and encourage the humanity of these students who would have thought of persons less fortunate than themselves and who actually went out of their way to assist. Tamara Tony, the form teacher, expressed her pride in her students' generosity as they handed over the items to the Red Cross. Mrs. Conliffe also affirmed that a report would be provided to the students to show how many people benefited from their act of kindness. The late Conrad Augustine Sayers, former Member of Parliament and representative of Central Kingstown, passed away on Saturday, December 30th, 2023. An official funeral will be held on Monday, January 29th, 2024, to honor his memory. An official PSA discloses that officials and dignitaries are invited to view the body from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., which will be followed by a public viewing from 10 a.m. to 11:15 a.m. The viewing will take place at the temporary Parliament building in Caliacor. The funeral service will be held at the Kingstown Baptist Church starting at 1:30 p.m. Open tributes begin at 12:30 p.m., followed by interment at the Kingstown Cemetery. In honor of Mr. Sayers, all flags throughout the state will be flown at half-mast. The family of the deceased has requested that no photographs or video recordings be taken during the viewing period. The government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines has offered its sincere condolences to the family of the late Conrad Sayers during this difficult time. Still on the local scene, the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force, RSVGPF, in collaboration with the National Commission on Crime Prevention, NCCP, is set to host a walkabout and community concert in Redemption Shops on the 24th of January, 2024. An official release from the RSVGPF says that the police band, as well as the Redemption Shops Police Youth Club, will be part of the activity, scheduled to begin at 4 p.m. with the walkabout and a concert on the Redemption Shops playing field at 5 p.m. The walkabout and concert are part of the police force's 2024 calendar of events in efforts to increase the organization's visibility and relationship with communities and members of the general public. The primary objective is to build resilient and safer communities through community policing. Residents of Redemption Shops and surrounding areas are being encouraged to be part of this community activity. Residents will also have an opportunity to perform with the police band. On the regional scene, in 2023, a fire broke out at an indigenous boarding school in the town of Madia, near the Brazilian border, claiming the lives of 20 students and leaving several others injured. The findings of a government commission, which was formed to investigate the incident, were presented to Guyana's President, Dr. Irfan Ali, on Friday. The report highlighted several errors and systematic failures that led to the tragic incident and called for reforms to prevent such occurrences from happening again. The Commission's report revealed that the delay in seeking help and contacting the fire station, issues with crowd control and access to the dormitory, and a lack of water supply were the primary causes of the fire's rapid spread. The report also identified inadequacies in the fire service and the firefighting equipment as contributing factors. The commission confirmed that the fire was deliberately set by a 15-year-old student who was later arrested and charged with multiple counts of murder. 19 students and an infant lost their lives in the one-story building, while at least 14 other students under the age of 18 were rescued from the blaze. Investigators discovered that many of the dormitories' windows had iron grills, which prevented some of the teenage girls from escaping at night and on weekends to socialize with minors who offered gold, diamonds, and cash in exchange for sexual favors. President Ali expressed his concerns about the behavioral patterns of students and adults, urging education officials and other authorities to address the issue and promote cultural change. Following the tragedy, the government of Guyana announced a settlement to pay $25,000 to each of the children's parents who died in the fire. As St. Lucia moves toward a new era in maritime development, the transformation and modernization of Port Castries into a world-class cruise ship facility is well on the way. The St. Lucia Air and Seaports Authority, along with the government and people of St. Lucia, have partnered with Global Port Holdings to oversee this ambitious project. The initiative, which aims to make Port Castries capable of accommodating the world's largest and most advanced cruise ships, is being spearheaded by the director of GPH Eastern Caribbean Team and St. Lucia Cruise Port, Lancelot Arnold. The project involves constructing a boardwalk along the waterfront, improving La Place Coronage and the Vendors Arcade, and transforming Bonanza Bay into a modern fishing village and transportation hub for land and sea-based tours. Gaspar George has also joined the GPH team as Director of Operations and Product Development for GPH Eastern Caribbean and for St. Lucia Cruise Port. Both Arnold and George shared a vision of creating a facility that will benefit all of St. Lucia, from vendors, farmers, and food processors to the creative and transportation sectors. Finally, on the international scene, according to the World Health Organization, WHO, there has been a 30-fold increase in measles cases across Europe, which is a cause for alarm. Health officials are urging immediate action to stop the disease from spreading further. In 2023, over 30,000 people were infected compared to 941 in 2022. The WHO believes that this increase is due to fewer children receiving the vaccine during the COVID-19 pandemic. In the UK, health officials have warned that a highly contagious outbreak of measles in the West Midlands could spread quickly to other areas of low vaccination rates. More than 3.4 million children below the age of 16 are at risk of contracting the disease due to not being vaccinated, according to NHS England. To prevent further spread, millions of parents and caregivers are being contacted and urged to schedule appointments to vaccinate their children fully against measles. The vaccine consists of 2 doses, the first at the age of 1 and the second around 3 and 4 months. While the vaccine is highly effective, only 85% of children starting primary school in the UK have received both jabs. This has been WEFM's 3 p.m. news. I have been your presenter, Jessica Klein. Join us again at 5:30 p.m. for WEFM's evening news, and we thank you for listening.